Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That is Nettie Liddell.
And that is Brett Chapin.
We're talking today to the incredibly talented musical theater actress and vocalist, Miss Daisy Egan. If you have any questions for Daisy, go ahead and give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. And just to give you a little bit of background on Daisy before we bring her on, in 1991, a 12-year-old girl climbed the steps at the stage to the 45th Annual Tony Awards to accept the award for Best Featured Actress in a Musical. She was 12 years old. Since then, she has appeared in numerous film, television, and theater projects. Film projects include Ripe, Losing Isaiah, and Tony and Tina's Wedding. Television projects include Numbers and Ghost Whisperer and Without a Trace. She attended Simon's Rock College of Bard and is an alumni there, and also Antioch University, where she studied psychology and creative writing.
Antioch
University, I believe.
Or is it? I can't remember.
I don't know. That's another thing she'll tell us. She's currently working on Ghostlight the Musical, playing at the New York Musical Theater Festival at the Signature Theater Peter Norton Space from September 26th to October 9th.
So pretty much she's amazing.
She's pretty much amazing. Let's talk to this amazing person. Hi, Daisy. How are you?
Are you there?
I'm great. I'm here. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in and being on our show.
Thanks for having me.
Aww.
So, Daisy, you're working pretty hard right now out there in New York on Ghostlight the Musical. Tell us a little bit about what attracted you to the role, and give us a little bit of the synopsis of the piece, if you would.
Sure. Well, I'll start with the synopsis. It's about Ghostlight is based on the true story of Olive Thomas, who was a famous Follies girl back in like 1915 area. And she went on to become a sort of burgeoning movie star, and her life ended tragically and very young. And this is the story of her time in the Follies. And I play one of the other Follies girls, a friend of hers who has sort of been convinced over time that she's just, not pretty enough to be the starring girl. And that's something that I definitely can relate to, just not being the typical, leading lady type, and sort of misunderstanding that when you're young for, not being pretty enough. And so I definitely can relate to the character.
And
it's great.
Is that what kind of attracted you to the role, is being able to relate to the character in that way?
Yeah, definitely. And also, she's a dancer, and I am not a dancer. So for me, it's sort of fun to get to do something totally different that I haven't been able to do before, and sort of completely step outside my comfort zone. And, I actually like playing supporting characters. I like to be able to walk on and,
It's fun.
steal my scenes and walk off, basically.
Is it complicated dance stuff? I mean, how long did it take you to? I mean, you seem like you're.
Well, so far we haven't choreographed any of my dance stuff, but they've assured me that they're not going to give me anything too insane. So we'll see how it goes.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And you're working with your dad in the show. He sat in on the stage reading, is that right?
He did. We needed somebody to just read for Ziegfeld for the first read through, and he was texting me about lunch, meeting for lunch that day, and I was like, hey, you should come and read. So he did.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So just recently, you played Snooki, correct?
I did.
So you like playing a lot of different character roles, and you
Yeah.
seem like a total character. Like I was saying, I was looking at your website, and it's hilarious. And you wrote all that commentary and stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really funny. Is there any specific type of character that you enjoy playing the most, like the villain or the I mean, like what is it that you really enjoy doing?
I don't think there's anything. I haven't stumbled on anything yet that I like more than anything else. I really am happy that I'm more of a character actor than an ingenue, because I think it gives me more to play with.
It seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I have room to yuck it up, and I think it's more fun. Yeah, but yeah, I played Snooki for one night in L.A. in the Jersey Shoresicle, which actually had their New York premiere in the Fringe Festival and did amazingly well, and they got an extension, so I'm really proud of them.
Yes.
And it was tons of fun. And Brett, you were there.
I was, and actually we're looking forward to having Daniel, the producer from Jersey Shore School, on the show very soon.
Oh, great. He's a hoot.
Daisy, can I ask you, what was the research like for Snooki? I mean, what did you do?
Well, I had already watched, I will admit, I had already watched some episodes of the Jersey Shore when it first came out.
Who hasn't?
I had the good fortune to be unemployed at the time. So I did watch some of that, and then once I knew that I was going to do the show, I went online and watched some of the newer episodes. And I mean, it ain't Shakespeare. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Playing Snooki is a blast, and also Danny and Hannah Lopatin, who also co-wrote that show, they were so great and gave me so much room to have fun with it, and so yeah, it was a breeze, and it was a ton of fun.
Was that amongst one of your favorites, or do you have a favorite?
Wow. Well, it was so brief, and I stepped in so briefly, so it's hard to say that was one of my favorites. Although I did have so much fun doing the show, I would have to say there's a few things that I did actually in California that were my favorite productions. I did a play, a Christopher Shin play, the world premiere of On the Mountain, and I played a 16-year-old girl. They had me in a fat suit.
That's awesome.
And,
yes.
Yeah, and I really loved that one. And I also did a world premiere of a wonderful play called Be Aggressive, which was about cheerleaders, as you can imagine. And I was, I think, 21 at the time, and I was playing an 11-year-old.
Oh,
and and that was also, I think, one of my favorite experiences.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, so people who say there's no theater in LA, I don't know what they're talking about.
I know. I hate hearing that from people. There is so much theater in LA. It's unbelievable. It's just knowing where to look.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to Tony Award-winning actress Daisy Egan. If you have any questions for Daisy, give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. And we'll be back to talk to Daisy a little bit more on La La Land with Brett and Nett on CRN Digital Talk.
Looking at